Let me show you how the double diamond design process works. It's one of the simplest, most practical frameworks for product design. And once you understand how it works, it'll change the way you approach every new project. It helps you avoid random guesswork, and it gives you a clear path from user pain points to working solutions. The double diamond breaks your process into 4 phases: discover, define, develop, and deliver. 2 diamonds. First, explore and define the problem. Then explore and define the solution. Let's break it down. The first phase is discover. This is where you zoom out. You don't assume you know the problem. You go find it. You gather insights through user interviews, competitor analysis, metrics, journey maps, and any research method that fits. You're in divergent thinking mode here. You collect as much information as possible. You want different perspectives, use cases, edge cases. It's all about expanding your understanding. Then comes define. This is where you narrow the focus. From all that messy input, you extract the signal. You identify patterns, group key insights, and land on one clear problem to solve. You might build a problem statement, a persona, or a journey map focused on one core issue. The idea is to align your team around the shared understanding so that everyone knows what you're solving and why. That's the first diamond, getting crystal clear on the real problem. Now we move to the second diamond, which is all about solutions. Develop is the idea phase. You go wide again. Brainstorm, sketch, prototype, test. You are trying out different ways to solve the problem you defined. Low fidelity wireframes, mockups, user flows, it's all on the table. You might use different ideation techniques or design sprints here, depending on the complexity. The point is to explore different paths, test quickly, and stay open to new ideas. Then we hit deliver. You pick the strongest concept, refine it, and prepare it for real-world use. That means higher fidelity design, usability testing, gathering feedback, and final handoff to development. But here's the catch. Even in deliver phase, you're still iterating. The goal isn't to perfect the UI in one shot. It's to validate that your solution actually solved the problem you uncovered in the first half of the process. This isn't theory. At Eleken, we've used this framework in dozens of real SaaS projects. Take Cylynx, for example. It's a graph intelligence tool. When they came to us, they had a working product, but the UX was chaotic. You had to jump between tabs that didn't connect. Users didn't know where to start. So we're in a full double diamond process. In Discover, we spoke to the stakeholders, reviewed the demo, and ran a competitive analysis. In Define, we clarified the problem. Users couldn't understand how the product worked because the flows weren't intuitive. In Develop, we prototype new interfaces, reorganize tabs, and simplify interactions. In Deliver, we finalize those changes, build a testable version, and handle it to dev. As a result, stimulate UX that match how users actually thought about the data, not how the backend worked. That's the power of the double diamond. It gives you space to think wide, focus hard, and build with purpose. So if you're tired of throwing features at the wall hoping something sticks, try zooming out. Discover, define, develop, deliver. And then repeat. If this helped, give it a like, drop a comment with your favorite design framework, and subscribe for more no-fluff design strategy. See you in the next one.